Oh, welcome back to the channel, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. Welcome back to Thursday night Campfire Experience, episode 1. I'm going to start this one with the birds in the background. I was sitting for a wee bit after the intro and just sitting. I didn't really want to put the lamp on, but for recording I have to have the lamp on, unfortunately. But I thought I would share the birds. Because over the witching hour, when I've been up here over the witching hour, there's nothing like that. You don't hear anything. Just some weird things in the background, because there has been some weird things coming up here during when it's still light and the sun's still in the sky. It kind of gives a wee bit. I'm actually here. I'm not coming out and up here at the most ridiculous time of night. There's actually a really good aroma coming from the wood. There's a bit of pine and a bit of pine and cedar phasing off in the background, which is pretty cool. But I thought I would share the birds in the background. About 2 hours ago, I could have started with I could have done an episode 2 hours ago, because I was actually surrounded by a few bumblebees and butterflies. It's quite interesting, because coming up here, there's also like I don't know if they'll be there on the way back down, but I'll try and record them on the way back down, is the white feathers. There's a white feather just literally just off there, about a couple of feet away, a couple of foot in that direction. There's a white feather, but through the smoke and the flames, it's a wee bit smoky to be sitting, because that's where I'll be sitting doing the urban legends. Because tonight's urban legend is quite interesting. Just thought I would share the birds in the background. So it's really interesting. And for the frequent viewers and stuff, I want to actually I'm going to take a couple of minutes in this video and actually apologise for the last uploads, but it is all part of the journey through the Vale. Because I'm going to be touching on a couple of things that, because it's something I'm going to do it now actually. With the whole Yeah, peace is what I stand for. There's been enough. There's been enough chaos, death, and destruction. Especially when you start looking at history, like when you start now and then look back, even in the past 30 years, and then you go further back, and then you go further back, and you go further back. It's like, right, cool. So not going to be a bit, because there's never been a generation where a generation's experienced peace. And this will be controversial because the last time humanity actually had proper peace was was in the 1500s, believe it or not. And that'll be controversial, but it's truth. So actually, there's more truth in that than anything. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. I want to apologise for the last videos. It's not... There won't be any kind of the videos again on the channel. It's not something... it's not something I didn't want to do the kind of videos. But they're all part of the journey through the veil, and especially because some of my dreams have been mental as well. But I'm moving away from doing that, because it's not. This is what I'm about: coming out and recording the sunset, recording the birds in the background at late evening, because it puts into context. I like doing videos, especially like this, with a campfire. It puts into context like what it can be like right now, and then when there's been times I've been up here before the witching hour, over the witching hour, and then after the witching hour. It puts into context that like I come out with no intention for things to happen. This is what I'm about, coming out, sitting at a campfire, and I've got some notes. I've got notes in my pocket. I started reading the notes and I thought, no, I'll leave that for another night. I want tonight to be as chill as possible, because the past few witching hours have been nuts. I've used a bit of today in the sunlight to recharge my batteries, to recalibrate, because there was a bit of there's the first witching hour, the first experiences of 2026. I've had some indirect things about that, and I've had direct and indirect, and none of that was staged. That happened very, very much out of the blue. I did not expect any of what happened in that to happen, but it happened. And then the last proper Thursday night campfire experience, like that fire exploded there was nothing in it. I've had a random comment like, oh, you put something in the fire for it to go. No. No. The only thing I started that fire, tonight's campfire with, was a fire log and a couple of wee paraffin things. Because the wood, some of the wood is dry, but some of the wood is still wet, and there's still some of it that's actually frozen, believe it or not, even though today has been absolutely beautiful. Because today's temperature was 20 degrees today. As much as that's warm, and I'm going to go somewhere with that, because the sun today is coming up here, because I was sitting down at the willow tree writing notes for for tonight. And I started writing the notes about the sun today, because I was in a t-shirt for an hour, and after that hour I was completely burnt. But I went into, when I came up here, there was bits of the ground that was still frozen, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because if the ground is, there's still parts of this ground that's frozen. I came up and I seen the frost on it, but earlier today in the 20 degrees I got burnt. But up here the ground hadn't properly defrosted, and I was like, huh. So it's like the weather. It's part of the journey through the Vale, is the weather as well. The weather's weird. The sun is a bit weird, because the UV's burning the skin, but the UV's not defrosting the ground, and that doesn't. I've been outdoors. I'm an outdoorsy person, and I've got a video from last year, and that was in April. That was in full. That was actually no, I tell a lie. That was actually in May, where I'm away over on another part of the Southern Upland Way, and the ground is still frozen. But it was a beautiful, beautiful day, but there were still parts of that ground frozen in May, and I'm like, huh, because that was another day I got completely burnt, but the ground was still frozen. And then I did a video on glitches in the Matrix. Well, that's one. That's a glitch in the Matrix, because my skin, I can, like, both of my arms are burning, and like from just up from the forehead going all the way back. Like the top of my head is like it's proper burnt, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because the ground's still frozen, especially up here. It's rock hard. It's still got that glisten about it when I came up through. Really weird. It's like, and then there's like other videos as well, because they've started this year as well, where people are going, well, they're getting the snowfall, but it's not melting, and it's like, that doesn't add up either. And then I come out where the skin gets burnt. Well, it's actually blotchy. It's actually really patchy. On the arms, it's actually, you would expect the burn to go all the way up, but it's actually not. It's in patches. I'm going to disclose how old I am. I'm 40 years old, and I've never experienced anything like that. I'm actually quite well travelled as well. I've been to really, really warm and sunny parts of the world, and I've never had a sunburn where it's been blotchy and patchy. I came across a video a couple of years back, and I thought, that's a bit out there, and then I've actually experienced it today myself, because it looks red on the camera, but to the naked eye, before properly coming out, because I was out yesterday in the sun as well, and there's no, when it's blue skies and sunshine, if I'm not out up here recording, like I'll sit in the garden and sunbathe, like I always do. I'm always outside in some shape, way or form. Or I'm either out walking and I'm not recording, but if I'm out in a t-shirt, I've never had sunburn where it's been patchy, and I've never had that in my, I'm 40 years old, and I've never experienced anything like that. I've never had a patchy sunburn. I've had sunburn, but it's been the full arm. No, just like a wee patch on the wrist, and then a wee patch further up, and then a wee patch just under the t-shirt line. because I am actually quite like, I'm actually quite tanned and on my legs and like around my arms and stuff. So they're all, because when it gets sunny and warm, I'm always out in shorts and t-shirt. But I've never had sunburn where it's patchy. Because even my cheeks will be one's rosy and the other one isn't, and it's like, all right, like that doesn't make sense, especially when you're sitting in direct sunlight. But this cheek, all of this bit here is sunburnt, but this one here isn't, and I'm like, huh. And the patchiness is on both arms, and I'm like, huh. And there is actually other videos out there about that. And I'm like, I'm very much an outdoorsy person, and I've never experienced anything like that. But hey, that's a random topic today. A random topic on the campfire. Just readjusting some of the wood. I don't want it going completely out either. Enough room for oxygen to get in as well. But at the same time, I have the I want there to be enough campfire for a wee bit later on as well. I want to try and make this campfire last as long as possible. There we go. Because I have noticed that the last time I was up here doing a campfire, there was one of the videos with the campfire is worth watching, because you see a couple of things, and you actually see a couple of things in the smoke and in the flame. That was actually today's weird experience. Well, it's not weird. I don't know what you would call that, to be fair. I wasn't really wanting to talk about it, but I thought, nah, it's actually something chill to talk about with a campfire. It's actually something really chill to talk about. Because there's, like I've stated, there's like, I've got patchy sunburn, and people will be like, what's significant about it? I've never experienced that in my whole life, and I've been to Cyprus, I've been to Spain, been to the Canary Islands, I've been to America, I've been to the Nevada desert in shorts and t-shirt, and I didn't come out of there with patchy sunburn. Today in the middle of nowhere in Scotland, I got patchy sunburn. I've been noticing a few things with the weather recently as well. Oh, pardon me. And it's not a conspiracy theory, because I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's talking about it. I'm not the only one that's talking about it. That you can be assured of. Just I didn't want to actually talk about something like that until I've actually experienced it myself. And today, it's like, right, cool. So if you're in the UK and you're watching this, be careful when you're out in the sun in shorts and t-shirt. Actually put a wee bit of suntan lotion on, because the UV is actually stronger than what actually the temperature is. So just be careful. Be very careful with that. Because I only had the t-shirt on for an hour, and then I started noticing it within 20 minutes of my arms being out in the sun, and I was like, oh, right, That doesn't make any kind of sense, but kind of bought suntan lotion now. But it's not actually really suntan lotion. It's actually aloe vera gel. It's aloe vera gel. It's a wee bit pricey, but it actually does what it says on the bottle. And you only need a little bit of it as well, because suntan cream is yeah, there. I could do a wee rabbit hole on suntan lotion. I've never used suntan lotion. I've only ever used aloe vera gel. I've never used the factor 50 or the factor 30 or the factor 20s. I've seen people that have wore it, and then I've seen the mess in their skin that comes after using it, and it's meant to protect you from the it's meant to be a protection, not something that causes even more burns. And I'm like me and my dad, we used aloe vera spray. It was always a wee bit more, it's always a little bit more expensive than the creams, but when you see what suntan lotion can do to other people, when you're actually seeing it, when you're on holiday, you actually see it happening. And I'm using aloe vera gel. And then there's people that are completely burnt, and they're like, oh, what are you using? Aloe vera gel. Because it's also a protector, and then it also soothes the skin as well at the same time. Anyway, I'm going to do it this way. The lamp has to be on, unfortunately, for the fire, because this doesn't always say it's light, but it's not light enough for recording. So the lamp has to be on. I more than likely won't be up here over the witching hour, but we'll get into it, because this one's, I'm going to make episode 1 will be an hour, and we're going to do a late evening, because it's still light-ish. It's light enough for me to walk back down without using without using any kind of torchlight, which is pretty cool. But I've never done the spirit talker at this time of the evening, so we're doing something. We're doing something I've never done this before. It's the first time, and just to show, we're rocking in 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's it, rocking and rolling. And when I use this, there's no SIM card, and with there being no SIM card, it's on aeroplane mode. So this works without without the SIM card, because if, like I've stated in a previous video, if things were to go a wee bit wrong, I've got a wee saying, I'm up shit creek without a paddle, because there's no way for me to, like when I say I challenge myself, even right now, I'm challenging myself.
I'm intrigued.
It's just said I'm intrigued. I'll turn the volume up. So it said I'm intrigued, because I was talking about something there. I was talking about the coming up here with like, if things were to go a bit south, and like in a panic, which is not something I do, but you never know. If I was to seriously injure myself, I'm up shit creek without a paddle. And a lot of people would be like, oh, but you should have something. No, I don't want anything tracking. No fear. There's no fear. It's just honesty. It's just honesty. That's all that is. It's just sheer honesty. There's no fear because I challenged myself. Because where I'm sitting now, I'm looking down in that direction there, and that's where the area where I seen something on the last time I was in here, over the blood moon witching hour, over the blood moon. So where the torch beam is, not the lamp, but this one. So just in there was where I seen a figure move in front. I've had it a few times, but I just thought I would share that. Just thought I would share that. And there's been a few things I've caught on camera, and there's been a few things that have happened while being on camera, but in the background. And the main one is the tin behind me. I've had it set up here before and it's went off.
Kevin.
We've got the first name of the night, so we're going to commune with it. How are you doing, Kevin? You can use the device I've got in my hands to talk through. You've said that your name's Kevin. How are you? How are you feeling? It's quite interesting now that the birds have all of a sudden just went quiet. I thought I would start the video with the birds in the background. I'm not going to be doing I've just made up my mind there now, going off topic. I'll be doing this video, and then I'm going to come back on, and then I'm going to do the a Thursday night urban legend experience. I'm going to pass on the witching hour. I will be out for a witching hour. There will be a witching hour in the follow-up. I just had that, like, the fire's nice, and sitting here is actually, the fire's actually quite, it's relaxing the soul, and I've recharged the back. I just thought I would share the birds at the beginning, and then we're just doing a spirit talker session just to see what comes through. But the next episode will be the urban legend. Because I'm just going to be here until the campfire, until the wood that's there, until that wood has went out. I thought, right, well, I'm not going to be here for the witching hour. I've done a lot of witching hours, and just at the last minute there, I was like, nah, we can do a...
Choose.
It's telling me choose. choose. Do the witching hour, stay for the witching hour, or just do the urban legend in a wee while. I'll probably just do it in a wee while. Yeah, I'm not going to do the witching hour. Not going to do the witching hour. It's been a while since I've just came at a random time, because it's late. It's still late evening. That was quite funny. It's telling me to choose.
Hello, my friend.
Hello there, my friend. How are you today? How are you doing this fine, glorious evening? Did you enjoy the weather today? Today has been an absolutely beautiful day. How are you feeling today? Did you enjoy the weather today? You greeted me with a hello there, my friend. I'm going to do the same. Hello there, my friend. I've got the fire on just to... I hope you don't mind. And I don't come here with any negativity or anything. I'm just here to enjoy a campfire. But there's a device, you can, the device I'm holding, you can use it to communicate through, but I'm pretty sure you already know that. But in case you didn't, there's a device beside me. You can use it to communicate. I've just got it off to the side of me. Just there. I'm going to have a wee drink of water. And I've got a really, really good, a nice wee...
Natalie.
I've got another name, Natalie. Hiya, Natalie. And now that it's a bit, now that the sun's actually, it's not quite, well, it's down here. When you look out, it's still a wee bit there, but it's still out. The sun's went down. I've said this in the previous video. It's been a wee bit. So I don't want to. Oh, there we go. What the? Yeah, super chill, man.
My name is Helen.
Hiya, Helen. My name is Jack. My name is Jack. Hi there, Helen. And the same with Natalie. Hi, Natalie. My name is Jack. And the same with Kevin. Hi, Kevin. My name is Jack. That's my name. Anyway. Got a lot of the small. From the last time I was up here. There we go. It'll actually sound worse than it actually is, which... Oh. I swear I've fucking seen something there. Walking. Was that you that walked past there? That was really weird. Like I said, this is over a whaling, so it's been a while since I've actually been here. It's not over the witching hour. So this bit right here, there was something just walked by there. adding a lot of the stuff because it's there's not a lot at the bottom of the fire, so I'm just trying to keep it going because I'm drying out the big logs. The big logs, they're dry, but it's just to. You get a lot of weird patterns that can come through the flames and stuff, so I'm going to be sharing the flame like that a little bit. There is a lot of rocks around here as well, like it's all surrounded by rocks and everything. It's actually quite a big, it's a big fire pit. But in the middle of it, it's small because I've made it sort of like a bowl. It's like a bowl shape. It's wider at the rims, but in the middle, where the logs and the fire is actually quite small. It's wide at the top to allow for.
Whisper.
I know you can whisper, because earlier on, even though it was broad daylight, because I was walking. It was still a wee bit more light than it is now, but I was walking up there to show the symbols, the X's, the triple X's actually, because I'm going to use a bit of the time in this video because this episode will be quite long, and so will the next one, because it's been a while. I just thought I would share the campfire, because this is actually like a proper test for seeing what, like, apart from getting the smoke in the eyes. And it's I can actually do a time check. It's 20 minutes to 8 o'clock, so it's nearly 8 o'clock in the evening, and there's been a couple of things already. I have to restart the spirit talker, but hey, it's all good. Just to show I've had to restart the spirit talker. Up here, a lot of weird things can happen, especially with the last time I had a campfire up here. That was really weird what happened on that campfire. Really weird. And it puts things into context, because the last Thursday night when I had a campfire, like when the fire went pop, there was no reason for that to go pop, which is really weird. And that's the only thing about the campfire is you get. Hi Agnes. Show a bit more of the campfire. Stars are out as well, which is pretty cool. Going to be doing something a bit interesting in a minute. Just want to make sure that fire's not going to go out while we go for a wee. We're going to go for a wee donder. I'll put a small small bits of wood in the middle, because there's not a lot in the middle of the fire. Got to give it some substance. Oh. Oh well, it's just went out. It did this the last time.
Watch out for evil.
I'm sending a smoke signal. But it's just went out. This happened the last time I was out when I tried to get
And
it.
I can't.
And there was no reason, it just went out. It happened the last time as well. It just happened the last time. It just randomly just went out. You heard it? It just went.
You're making a mistake.
It's starting to get a bit hostile. Why are you starting to get a bit hostile? There's no reason to get hostile. And I know that you're draining the energy from the batteries as well, because the lamp and you have no.
Fact.
Yeah, it's fact. Yeah, you have no right to drain the energy. You did this the last time I was here, when I was just doing a wee campfire.
Invoke.
I'm not invoking. I'm asking why you put the fire out. You did it the last time I was here. The last time I was up here, I did see you move through the trees. I've seen you move through the trees up here a few times. I'm asking, why did you put out the fire? You did it the last time I was up here. You put out the fire. I also seen you walk past the campfire earlier as well. About 15 minutes ago. I'm not going to be burning down the forest. It's
Us.
Who is he? Because I see a few figures when I'm up here. Fuck. Give myself a jump scare. Sorry for that. Sorry for the first F-bomb of tonight. I do apologise. So I'm going to have to record in this direction, because we're going to just take a wee walk here. Now, it's just said you are adventurous, and I'm shining. Interesting. Interesting. Where I am standing at the moment, I'll shine the light. I seen in the direction I'm walking is where I seen something walk by, because that reaction was genuine. All reactions that happen when I'm up here are genuine. Because I actually got a bit of a jump scare, because I actually thought there was somebody it was an actual person, but it wasn't, because they got to here. So I'm sitting there, and it got to where I am here and disappeared, and then over in that direction over there is where I seen something the last time. There's another nighttime video that down through there you see an apparition. And it's not that far away from 8 o'clock in the evening.
I want you to see me.
I can already see you. So it's just said in the background on the Spirit Talker, I want you to see me. I already can. The last time off camera when I tried to build Have the Fire, it randomly went out when I walked by it. It just went out, and it's done the same again. It's just randomly put itself out, and there's no reason for it to go out, because there's like a proper fire log. So it's like a log that burns for, like, it's a log that burns for 4 hours. It's like a 4-hour burn log. Well, up here, it's only lasted about 40 minutes. So a 4-hour burn log in Ravenswood will only last 40 minutes. Apparently, it's totally it's on its bits where it's going out, which will make which is changing the plan, because all of a sudden, when the fire went out, the communications have been a bit hostile, because obviously whomever doesn't like campfires up here. There's something here that doesn't like campfires. Doesn't like the
People hear my voice.
Yeah, I know people hear your voice. I can hear you as well. I can hear you, and I can also see you as well. Interesting. Didn't expect that to happen. So what happens when you come out with no intention? So it's changed the fire, the actual campfire going out has actually changed. Changed. So actually, the vibe in here's changed since the fires went out, because it was actually pretty chill, but like it started, like the vibes changed. Who walked past? Who walked by me? And I seen you. You can use the device to give a name. Who are you? Who am I seeing? Who am I seeing? I'm going to come off and I'm going to change the camera around the other way, and we're going to go for a little walk around. I'm going to do a walk around with the Spirit Talker. Still going to keep the big lamp on and things. I'm going to also try and get the campfire.
I've been here 50 years.
Well, the last time you said that you were here for 500 years. I'm going to come off. I'm going to end episode 1 here, but things are, it's not even 8 o'clock in the evening, and things are starting to get a bit interesting. I've said it before, it doesn't matter what time, it's just sometimes me being here, things will either be alright, but it's on top of a way line. I have explained it, it's beginning to get a bit weird, and the vibe has changed massively since the campfires went out.
Two ladies here.
Let's just say 2 ladies here. Well, I seen one of the ladies, and I know there's someone walking around the. So around, I'm going to come off and do the other. I'm going to do the other, pointing the camera the other way, because me talking like this, I can't actually show where I'm seeing, because it's not even 8 o'clock in the evening and I'm starting to see things, and the vibe in here's changed massively, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the evening. So I'm going to come off, I'll jump back on with the camera facing the other way. That'll be episode 2, because episode 1 is actually a bit long. It's a 50-minute episode. I have no idea how long episode 2 is going to go, because we're going to, and now the fire has all of a sudden relit.
Creepy.
I was just going to say that was creepy, because the fire actually legitimately went out. You could hear it, like the camera, you'll hear it. It went out. Well, it's reignited. I found it a bit strange because it's actually like it's a 4-hour burn log. They're a wee bit pricey, but they're worth it, especially for doing what I'm doing, 'cause I know then I've got 4 hours.
There.
I'm going to come off because I'm starting to sense things around me, and tonight could be the night. If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean by that. I'm not going to explain. Tonight, when I start episode 2, please use spiritual protection, because I'm going to, this video will be premiered, and so will episode 2. I'll be premiering episode 1 and episode 2. So this is the end of episode 1. When the premiere starts for episode 2, please use spiritual protection. Moving on. I'm not holding back, because whatever was here, or whatever's here, put out the campfire. It's not even 8 o'clock in the evening. It's still 20 minutes to, well, it'll be about 10 to 8. I'm going to start episode 2 at 8 o'clock, and then we're going to go see how long, because things are beginning. I'm sensing I've got I've got sunburn, but the hairs on top of the sunburn are tingling like a motherfucker. I have got the goosebumps like a motherfucker. I'm loving it. And the fire's deciding it's wanting to relight, because I'm going to come off and do the camera in the other direction. So in episode 2, please use spiritual protection. I've got a funny feeling things are going to appear, or because you can hear whatever is trying to put out the fire, but it's a 4-hour burn log. I'm going to point the camera the other way, because you can actually see weird things in the fire, because there's something here that's not like in what the fire represents, protection and It's not liking the fire. So,
Roman.
and it's also said Roman. I'm going to come off and do come join me on episode 2 with the camera facing the other way, and I'm going to get into a couple of things that the Spirit Talkers just said. Come join me on episode 2. Yeah, come join me on episode 2, and
Anguish.
and on episode 2, because I will be premiering it, episode 2 will be premiered straight after. Please use spiritual protection, because there's something here that's not liking the fire, and I've got the fire up for a reason, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the evening, and there's the vibes changed massively up here. Come join me on episode 2. Peace. Please use spiritual protection when I start episode 2. Please use spiritual protection. This is not a game. This is not level 1. There's something here that's not liking the fire. It's trying to put the fire out. And there's been a few communications that have been a bit hostile. The vibe has changed. I didn't come up here today to have that kind of experience. I was just wanting to do campfire topics and just talk around the campfire. Anyway, come join me on episode 2. Please use spiritual protection on episode 2. Come join me on episode 2.